Major aftershock near Los Angeles. Geologists say the magnitude 4.5 tremor hit near Roland Heights less than 30 minutes ago. This on top of more than 100 aftershocks so far today. After a magnitude 5.1 earthquake jolted Southern California last night, causing widespread damage and forcing more than 80 people from their homes. Will Carr is live in Los Angeles with the very latest. Will?
Well, Greg, a lot of people are on edge right now because we're coming off a relatively calm earthquake period. And now within the last week, there's been a lot of activity. You've had these two big earthquakes and then more than 100 aftershocks since last night, including the one that you just mentioned that happened about 30 minutes ago. And this comes while people are still literally shaking from last night. I want you to take a look at this gas station surveillance video. Everything was calm, and then in a split second, the walls start shaking. The clerk bolted. A lot of the stuff behind the counter fell to the ground. That happened just after 9 o'clock last night. It was centered near La Habra, about 20 miles southeast of Los Angeles, and it was strong enough to cause a rock slide that actually ended up flipping a car upside down. Luckily, the passengers in that car escaped with only minor injuries. Nobody was seriously hurt in this earthquake last night. Since last night, like I mentioned, there have been more than 100 aftershocks, and we're told that there could be even more in the coming days. And again, this is the second noticeable big earthquake that we've had in the past week, Greg. And I can tell you that the aftershock that we just had about 30 minutes ago was actually bigger than the earthquake that we had last week.
Yeah, you showed us some of the pictures, but overall, how much damage was there across Southern California?
Well, there were some homes that were definitely damaged. We know of about 50 families that actually had to leave their homes because their homes had so much damage. There are pictures that we've seen of household items being tossed all around. The earthquake ended up knocking out power for about 2,000 people. It also broke several water mains. And at this time, it's probably good to start thinking about that. If you live in an area that's prone to earthquakes, thinking about possibly getting an earthquake preparedness kit. In that kit, you should have water, you should have packaged or canned food. You should also have a first aid kit. And if you don't have that right,
shake Los Angeles area. The magnitude -5.1 quake happened at 9:09 p.m. Pacific time at a depth of 7.5 kilometers, or about 4.7 miles. According to the United States Geological Survey, the earthquake centered southeast of Los Angeles between La Habra and Brea. Stirred Southern California residents who said in messages on Twitter that it had lasted about 10 seconds and could be felt miles away. At the press conference, which was interrupted by an aftershock alarm, officials described the sequence of tremors as healthy and typical for an earthquake-prone area like Southern California. The physical toll was still being assessed late Friday. The Los Angeles Fire Department said there were no immediate reports of significant damage, but there were scattered reports of power outages, water main breaks and gas leaks in La Habra and surrounding cities. Homeowners and businesses reported broken windows and goods damaged after falling off shelves. Police in Brea reported minor injuries after a rock slide in Carbon Canyon caused a car to overturn. In Anaheim, Disneyland stopped rides briefly at the theme park while workers inspected the equipment before allowing the rides to resume. The tremors unfolded as the Dodgers played the Angels in Los Angeles during the first game of the Freeway Series at Dodger Stadium. Ben Scully, the Dodgers announcer, announced the shaking on live television while giving a play-by-play in the sixth inning. "A little tremor here in the ballpark," he said. "I'm not sure if the folks felt it, but we certainly felt it here in press box row. A tremor and only that. Thank goodness." Officials had counted one foreshock and about 40 aftershocks shortly before.